Whoa. Hello, hello. How y'all doing? Hey, Amber. Hey, Anna. Hey, Shelby. How are you? Hey, Mary. Hey, Angela. How you doing? Alexandria, The Funny Life. Carla, Dallas. Shailene, Ariel. Jenna, Carrie, Karen. Reno. Jackie, Heartbroken. Hey, we got the flow going on in here. Good day, good day, good day. Hola. How y'all doing? Get comfortable. I'm doing phenomenal. How you doing? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Oh, that reminds me. Let me get my handy dandy booklet out for the people who do donations so I don't accidentally skip over y'all. Okay, so Anne, I got you. I don't need to write your name down because you're right there. So the way I do the live readings is, and obviously if anybody gives a donation, I'm not going to skip that person, but I always do make sure that there'll be times in between when I can. I'll throw in probably, I'd say go like this with me. Okay. For every one donation, I'll do like 4 random ones. That's how I like equivalate it in my head. I'm like, okay, got this, I'm gonna do this, and then I switch back and forth from there. Hello, hello. Mary Ann, put your name down. Mary. Perfect. Okay. The Funny Life. Funny Life. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and do you, Anne. Our tarot of the day is my Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I got you, Alexandria. All right. Anne. All right, currently you have somebody seeing you as a very caring source. This is fresh. This is new energy. You're not tripping that you manifested this person, and I feel like it was after the holiday. After. So you've probably met them within the past 2 months. Slow and steady wins the race, but you're correct that there is something you released in 23, okay? And it took you a lot. You weren't sure because this is something you held on to for so long. You made the right decision. There is something more in the connection that's in front of you. It's going to take time to form, and that's how we want it to. Because I sense 2 people who are like, this is a good one. I don't want them to just get away. Okay, let me go ahead and scroll back up, guys, to make sure I mark everybody down. Don't you worry, because I always see who I ended off with. Okay, Alexandria, your name's down next. Cassie, G. Thank all of you guys as well. I really, really do appreciate it. Angela. I got you, Sonia, as well, beforehand. Brenda. Jenna. Cassandra. Perfect. Nana. Purple Rose. Got you. Appreciate all of you. I just completed. And what I'm going to do, Mary, I got you. Let me just do one person at random so I make sure I can go back and forth. But I got you, Mary. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, Dante Place. Also, after I do Dante's, what you guys can do is you can put your name down and your zodiac if you want like a general pool, or if you have like a specific question, put your name and what the question is. All right, so let's do ya, Dante. What's up? I feel like you want a reading about love. Okay. It's taking you everything to not reach out to this person. Absolutely everything. In the past, you've always been the one that's like, I have to go, I have to go, I have to go. If I do one thing wrong, then it's all my fault that this didn't get to a completion. You're understanding that the strongest thing you can do is not be an enabler in somebody's life. And sometimes we can be an enabler to our own pain by allowing somebody to, in a sense, get away with how they're treating us. When you stand up for yourself, you're actually doing what's best for that person as well, because they can only go so far in their life with that type of mindset. And maybe your particular person has a lot of people around them that are people pleasers. Your true wish fulfillment is, like you stated, continuing forward. And you're in a moment of wondering if you're doing the right thing. And Dante, you are. There is somebody else where it's, it's not going to be like, there's a difference between with a divine, a soul tie, where it's like the bump, the roller coaster, versus where it's like, I feel almost what I'm seeing is like, on the railroad tracks, okay, with the wheels, and they're going really hard, and then there's like the sparks. That's what I'm seeing is a type of energy that was between you and your past timeline. You had to come to a screeching halt, and it was very painful, and I can hear the ring of it. So this person was probably somebody that could have talked you to exhaustion. It's very, very interesting, but you've been through a lot that, even though you weren't deserving of it, you made it all happen for a reason. And your divine would not put you through that world of emotions that I feel when I channel your energy thinking about them. So you are doing the right thing. Okay, now let me make sure I write down my people who are donating. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. Sidewinder. Anna. Valentine. Jennifer. Dana. Heartbroken. Shelby. And yours is... Okay, perfect. Love. Yeah, perfect, Alicia. You did exactly what I was about to state. If you guys have a specific question, the ones who are donating, just put it in the comments for me, and I'll write it down here. Guidance with Marcus. I'm going to put down just Marcus, and I'll remember the separation. No, that's all I need. I'll remember from there. Thank you, Miss Versatile. That's funny. Okay. Alma. Monique. Any messages, love. Got you. Monique. Shelby. I see. Life. Infinity. Holistic healing. I'm going to put Life Infinity. And I'll remember. That's cool. That's a really cool business name. I would assume that's your business name. I like that. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now we're going to go to Mary. All right? I'm feeling called to do a character reading. That's interesting. It's about love. It's about, more or less, is this person even part of your highest timeline that you're wondering about? Okay. Very, very straightforward divine masculine energy paired to you. I do see somebody who is very expressive, could be kind of a demanding source. Can't lie about that. You see, I understand, I feel why you have this pull, because this person makes you feel safe, but at the same time can make you feel inadequate, like there's something missing. So they have this kind of like tug of war with your heart. They are a successful source, and I do see the attraction between you two and the energy. Yeah. But I don't sense this being the same type of energy behind the scenes. And you're wondering if this person is going to, like, if there's something they're keeping from you, and you're wanting to just figure out if you should just let this go. Is it time to move forward? Is it better to rip off the Band-Aid? Okay. I think you're in love with somebody else. You've been with this person for a long time. And you have now a new person that's entered your life, and you've never felt this way before because you're still with somebody, and you're not doing anything wrong because you're not doing wrong because you're not crossing any lines, and you can't just do something wrong by feeling your inner truth. It's how we go about it, right? And I sense that the person you're in a dynamic with, you love them, but you're not in love, and there could have been some faithfulness issues on your other partner's end. So you're in a funny position right now because you've never felt this way before. You don't know what to do. Well, the one thing Spirit's saying, no matter what happens between you and this person that's been a spark of inspiration, your current relationship is no longer, it's no longer serving you. There has to be at least a talk. Your dynamic with each other at least is no longer serving you. If you haven't already made these conversations of that you're not happy and something needs to change, you have to have those conversations and go from there. If you've already had those conversations, you feel that this person lets what you say go in one ear and out the other, it's almost like they're being an energy vampire by continuously expressing to them. Everybody's situations are different. That's why you have to feel what I call surfing with your own life, right? Everybody can tell you how to ride a surfboard, a skateboard, etc. And there is a kind of a universal language, but once you're on those platforms, etc., you have to kind of figure out how you exactly move throughout that life. So what I sense right now is you do know there's a door closing. I do sense somebody that needs far more time to make a decision about what's going on with the new individual, but absolutely is getting confirmation from Spirit that you're not making the wrong decision by deciding this could be a level of intensity of like a divorce, etc. And I can tell you right now, the energy and the tension I feel between you and this person does not align with the divine. It does align with a karmic type of connection that has served its purpose. So don't be so hard on yourself. Is an absolute other understanding. Life is not black and white. And the funny thing is the funny thing, go with me here. The thing that makes you humble is when you get put in predicaments and etc. where you're like, in the past, I could have never thought that could have happened to me. They're the aha moments that everything truly is connected and could be something you could experience. I sense that you've done a lot of growth within this dynamic. It's been meant for you. So go forth, release what no longer serves, and know that that's truly what's best for everybody involved. When it comes to love with somebody else, let spirit form it from there. You got a lot of other stuff to focus on right now. Okay, so that's Mary. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, good. We're doing good. Luis. All right, now Funny Life. You're next. Funny Life. What do I have for you? Okay. So you've currently taken hold of the whole. They want me to state that you've taken complete control of your industrial side of your life. Divine masculine energy. You're a creative individual. You're meant to be a creator. But for a long part of your life, you couldn't speak up. You felt like internally in a shell. You could have been told you were the individual that would cry over spilled milk. And in recent times, you've hit this level of understandance that none of that energy was truly ever true. You were a child and you felt things that were valid, but you're around adults who didn't acknowledge their own individuality or self-love. They were just repeating what was around them. It's not an excuse. It's what I call an understanding, which is the only way forward. What I sense is in recent times, you've made something that's very hard look easy. If individuals knew how much it took you to become who you are now, they wouldn't look at you as just this charming individual that's like more than because of your username. Like I sense that you're actually like a very funny, charismatic person. And sometimes maybe people that's all there was to you now. In recent times, you've found, this helps me understand you. In recent times, you've found somebody who doesn't see you like that. And you could be kind of scared about where this dynamic is going. You don't want to mess anything up, but the thing is you can't mess anything up if it's meant for you. Yeah, this connection could take you distances, so it could be somebody where there's actually a physical distance between each other, or this means your energy of like your work schedules, etc., not being able to line up quite a bit, so it's going to take quite a bit of effort to actually see each other. If you leave this dynamic, it's a form of self-sabotage. It's like it's breaking up before we even allow it to happen. Either way, it's going to be hard. Either way, there's going to be... So that means you have to pick between... Interesting energy. This dynamic, whoever you like, it's going to shake up. It's going to make some other group of individuals in your friendships, your family, upset. I don't really know how to channel that energy other than stating... It doesn't matter if it breaks other people's hearts by you being happy. If those individuals truly loved unconditionally, they wouldn't want a person to stay with them because they felt sorry for them. What I sense for you is you're not the individual that has a decision to make in this. Another person and you probably fell for each other without trying. You've had to sell away. And you kind of want to make sure you didn't shoot yourself in the foot. No. No, you didn't shoot yourself in the foot. Spirit's letting me know to tell you to not travel to this person. That this is not over. And I understand your tug of war of heart of why you want to reach out to this person. If you're wondering if you should just let it go, you're stuck in a hard string. You should let it go. Don't give up on it. But there's going to take time. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and this type of energy just go nowhere. But I can tell you it's not over. And you're not to stunt your life for this person. But don't force anything either. If nothing comes, don't start putting yourself in positions of like lowering your standards or anything like that. Interesting energy. Long story short, dude. It's an unfinished story. But don't give up on it. There is a new beginning in that dynamic, but both of you have a lot of basically inner compass work to do. Okay. Let's see. Let me make sure who... Luis is the last person I wrote down. Okay. Luis. Guidance Patrick. Then we have James Soda. Thank you for being here. Angela Church. LP. We get back together. Back together, that'll be all I need to remember that. Maria. Raise. Alright, thank you. Perfect. Alright. Now, Alexandria. Alexandria, the first Alexandria. What do I have for you? It feels like a love reading. You feel like you manifested in your divine masculine, or you're confirming that the energy you've been feeling from one specific person is correct. I feel like this person's already entered your life. It's not about manifesting them in. You already have. Wow, that's a... You have somebody that sees you in the highest of lights, and they're a pretty charming individual that actually means their action. Somebody willing to learn and grow. Interesting energy. Spirit wants you to know that you truly do have somebody with the highest of lights. They want you to remember that just as fast as you manifested this person into your life, if you don't believe in this, if you throw away a connection because of fear, then you're manifesting it out of your life. This connection is fresh and new, so slow and steady wins the race, and they're not saying sit here and it's toxic. Hey, this might be a little bit of just a personal understanding, but I feel called to tell you guys. I feel like it's very toxic to think as soon as you meet a person, even if you feel such a deep bond, to state that this is my divine counterpart. You can feel strongness. You can feel and understand there's a soul tie. But life, the ability to play the game together, the ability to dance Together is what shows if you're divines. It's the work. It's being the roller coaster buddy. There's a difference. So you can look at somebody and know, I have a past life with you. And this is something deep. But to know that you're divine, you have to go through experiences. The energy I have in front of me is a potential divine. But all that matters right now is, are they actually giving you the true effort? I do see it. And it's not pinch me energy. You truly did manifest a divine masculine who is kind of like I guess the energy I'm having is a phoenix, like rising from the ashes. Somebody who maybe they are a totally different person than who isn't, right? But they're like a whole different person than they were just a few years ago. So you could wonder, or you can kind of be worried about what other people would think about them. But the thing is, I do sense, even though it wouldn't matter, I do sense people not being as like surprised or flabbergasted about this than maybe your ego would want you to think. And when I say ego, what I mean is not cockiness or selfishness. That's what I call the side effects of the ego. The ego's actually a man-made thing, substance, mind process, if you will, that's formed when you're a child to protect you. And anything it doesn't register as what it knows, it will first detect as danger. Unfortunately, there are people who what they know is gaslighting, toxicity, yelling, etc. So when they receive somebody they never have experienced before, like a healthy partner, it could actually be scary. They don't know how to handle it. They don't register yet that it's safe. And again, this is not an excuse for people, it's an understandance. Because with that fear, we can still take it any way from there. What I sense with this is something to hold on to. And remember that whoever this person is, I do feel like it's a guy, but nonetheless, you're masculine. Truly means what they state and is willing to take the road less traveled with you. They're willing to go at your pace. It's beautiful. All right, now let me go ahead and see the other people. All right, we ended with Mariah Reyes, so all right, perfect. I see you. All right, Kika 222. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name correctly. Shelby Suggs, Claudia, received communication from D. Okay, communication from D. Okay. Riva, West Point. Soulmate reading. Okay. Doobie. Love, got you. Monopoly. Got you. Okay, Caden. Caden. All right. Perfect. All right, now we're going on to KCG. KCG. KCG, what do I got for you? There's an energy of somebody that you're like, this story is not over, but I know I gotta let it go. In this exact moment, you don't have completion yet. you're not having the desired outcome. You're feeling like something was supposed to happen by now, and you're kind of like, is this done? Well, Spirit's stating the whole purpose this person was in your life was for inspiration. They brought something out of you that was dormant within. This type of connection is a spark. And it's not that it wasn't real, but there's something better suited for you. When something is meant to go, sometimes there is an incompletion, that we don't know the full story. Spirit's letting me know for your dynamic, it's better that it ended now before you truly got hurt. This person was unhealed. And I mean, none of us are completely healed. It's a continuous process here, right? But there's a difference between, being in the mindset of healing and then being in the cycle repeat still. And this person definitely has a third party dynamic that's an entertainment. And I see putting like a wedge in between you and them. And you can only lead a person to water, right? You can't make them drink, but you have to go forth. The unfinished story here is that you're correct. There was somebody else, and that can be a shaky feeling. But you have already cried. They're saying, you know what? I've already cried the tears. And I really can just go forward. It's time, and I'm actually relieved that finally the Band-Aid was ripped. And you need to understand how strong that energy is. Not that it's weak at all to cry. That's the exact opposite. But just, I feel it. I feel your courage. I feel your understanding. And it's like at these moments, and it feels this way. It's almost like there's a burn in you and that part dies. It shrivels up more and more. That part of you that was just holding so much black depth, hollowness in you. So you're correct that this dynamic served its purpose in your life. That doesn't take away the sting. But now you can go forth knowing your divine will never make you beg for communication. There could be a time frame of needing, space. Absolutely. It's imperative, actually, in healthy relationships. But not somebody ghosting you, and not a punishment. Some people will literally punish you by not talking to you because they know how much it will drive you crazy. And that's just vindictive. You're much better off now. And if this person ever tries to trickle back, they want you to not even trust my words. That's my ringtone, my text message. Not even trust my words. Not even trust any cards or readings. Trust the energy you feel. If this person ever tries to reach out to you, feel the energy. And it will show you I still feel discomforted and like there's a game going on. You have somebody else you're meeting in this lifetime. So allow that new beginning to flow, KCG. And they're letting me know the number 44 is a number that's deeply following you right now. Okay. Let me make sure I ended with Caden. Got you. All right, Terry G, Shelby, Delia, Marta. Okay, Shelby. I've seen yours. I see you're doing quite a few, so I'll just go ahead and circle. I've seen you do quite a few, so I'm gonna do yours after I do Sonia's. I appreciate you so much. Okay. Do. Yana. Yana. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do Sonia. Then I'm going to do Shelby's. Then I'm going to do one random person. And then we'll switch back into our flow with Angela already. And don't worry, guys. We're going to be here for as long as the flow shall grow. Okay, Sonia, what do I have for you? Okay, you have an offer of loyalty that's in front of you. And I feel that this is like a reunion type of energy. They've grown. Both of you could have been in a relationship when you were younger. And I sense that there could be a birthday or a celebration coming up soon that's like more than Valentine's Day. And most likely you will see each other there and there's going to be like a flame. You're very... It's either this energy of you feel like you're meeting somebody or you literally have a plan installed to see a blast from the past. So if you're aware of this or not, know you manifested this opportunity. And you did separate for further growth. This person's been in your energy for quite a bit now. You could have started randomly having dreams about them. And then out of nowhere, started seeing messages about them. This connection is something deeper, and whatever negative energy this person needed to purge, whatever bad habits they had in the past have been released. You guys have at least been separated for 3 years. And you've probably had at least 1 or 2 different dynamics with other people since. But nothing has been able to hit your heart quite the way this person did, but you knew it was best for you to separate. Every situation is dynamic, but I do sense with yours, this being something that just had to separate for further growth. It wasn't a karmic connection, but if you would have stayed together, it would have become toxic. Whoever this is, just allow the connection to truly soar. You're not rushing into anything together. But there is foundation and glue already like stored in your memory. It feels really good. You're going to have like blue butterflies following you. Awesome. Okay. Let me... get there. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. There we go. All right. So now we're going to do Shelby Shugs. So you wanted communication about D. You're wondering what he is going through right now. Well, currently he's not feeling like he's on his best feet. This individual could have actually gotten in some form of, not necessarily when you were apart. I feel like before you even separated, they could have been like a very active person and something happened to where they can't be as physical anymore. And this took a lot of inspiration out of them. They were a big part of what held their identity was their work ethic or their skill. And this person and you had to separate because there was a sense of not necessarily no love, but no ability to grow. Right now, I do sense reflection. There's still something here. You should be free, though. You should not be holding yourself back. It's time to be like fresh, ready for new experiences. It doesn't even necessarily have to mean romantic, but it may be romantic. If you stay in a mindset of this is the only person that's going to make you happy, you're closing the door for anybody else to even have a chance. What Spirit wants you to know is he truly does still need more time to grow. But the communication between you two will come with divine timing. Okay. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and make sure. Perfect. Right. Vita T. You're on the list. Okay. Angela. Now I have Angela's energy in front of me. Okay, you just went through a tower moment that made you have to like do a whole 180 on the way you're thinking about where you're putting your emotion, your time. And in case you're not aware, a tower moment means things crumbling all the way down to have to be rebuilt back up. That there's no way to just start updating and having progression in this building, in this foundation with the walls that have been set. It's not about destruction for failure. It's about destruction to rise above. This is a character building week for you. What has happened to you regarding love in this next week? Interesting. Interesting. Right now, it's not about anybody for you to center focus on other than yourself. That might not be what you would like to hear, but Spirit's saying too much of your energy is being driven by acceptance from a specific person. When we give that much power to somebody, it's kind of set up for disaster. Don't get me wrong, the person that you fall in love with and etc., of course they have the ability to hurt you. But there's a difference between somebody having that type of pull versus literally completely being all your drive. Right now, they want to say don't rush into another dynamic as well. Self-reflection and shadow work is why this has happened. You're not doing anything wrong. And remember, you're also always being protected and guided. If you just recently went through so they just broke up and you feel like you couldn't speak completely, your words were saved, your breath was saved because it would not have mattered. The more you would have spoke when it comes to this specific situation, because it's words you've already said, it just would have taken energy from you. Interesting. So go into your shadow work. Embrace this time to get to know you, and love will flow in the future with somebody new. Okay, let's see. Make sure. Okay, perfect. Erica. Dorothy Carter. Honored to help you. Dr. Nupai. Aurora. Heartbroken. Did you... I'm either remembering your name or did you already put... Yes, you did. So you did ×1. I'll make sure to note that. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and pick somebody from random. Stephanie, and it says SM. So SM Stephanie. What do I have for you? Okay. In recent times, you have dived into divination. Is what they're stating to me. That's working with tarot, crystals, manifestation techniques, astral projection. What I see right now is spiritual alchemy as well. So you're understanding the give and take and making something and transmuting that energy into a whole other reason, object, etc. You are a spiritual being, okay? And right now I sense somebody where love is not even your worry. You've risen above, you've hit a point, a check mark, if you will, with your spiritual awakening. You do have the ability to help others. Spirit's telling you it's not about reaching this certain level and then you start being able to teach or help. You're meant to speak up and do something with your platform, is what they're stating. The energy you do have and the knowledge you do have, other people would benefit from knowing. Your collective will find you. They will resonate with you. You're meant to share messages. This is not something you've made up in your head, and you are somebody that can truly see not even into the future, but parallel realities, left path, right path choice, where things lead to. It takes time of forging this and understanding you're not crazy. But this is a road where if you're like, I'm meant to heal, I am meant to be a healer in specifically this form, you are right. And the only one that truly is holding you back is yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think. Doesn't matter what other people think. All right. Now let me go ahead and mark down anybody else while I was doing that. Ended with the doctor. Let's see. Perfect. Ciola Bales added to the list. K.A. You're a Sagittarius. Perfect. Missy below. Thank you. Rachel Everine. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Now we're going to go to Brenda. Brenda, you are next. What I got for you? Okay. Currently, you feel like you have retained a sense of authority, of balance in your life. But with this balance, it feels like you've been able to break free of a dynamic that kept you engaged for a long time. And with this, you also have no idea really where to go right now. You're like, I've never had this many doors open, so where do I even start? Well, they're stating you've already done quite a bit of inner work. You've spent a lot of time by yourself. It's actually time to get yourself out into the world. I'm seeing, and this could be a representation, but I'm seeing almost going on a cruise or a trip, etc. This type of energy is, it's about adventure. Brenda, right now is the new beginning. You've taken quite a bit of time to yourself, as you should. But the energy is inviting a new person your way. You just have to be able to even feel the wind, which means leaving your comfort zone, which is your home. Take these chances that are coming your way, these opportunities to be in, like, they really, I can't fight it off, singles events. So I mean, that could mean, like, I guess, like a singles night, singles cruise, etc. There could even be a blind date somebody's trying to set you on, and that's very interesting energy. I don't channel that often. They were stating, what do you have to lose? With this specific person, your friend wouldn't set you up with just anybody as well, is what they're stating. This is a good person. So it's either the energy you could be asked out on a blind date, or you could be out with this friend who's like, come out with me, you don't come out often, etc. And you run into whoever this is. But it's, yeah, you are absolutely ready to get yourself back out there. And don't put all your eggs in one basket. But you have to be what? Willing to feel the wind to even receive the message. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. Sarah. Surilo. Alma. I think you've already, did you already do, yeah, Alma you have. So I'll put you as a ×1. Thank you. Lauren. Madeline. Let's see. Sarah, did you already? I think you did as well, didn't you? Yes. You did 2 times. Riva. 24. LP, you're double time as well. New job, got you. Okay, perfect. More. Margarita, Monrose. And good. All right. Now on to Jenna. What do I have for you, Jenna? Let's see. You're feeling like there's somebody that is like watching. It's watching you energy, but it's more just like picking up on your social media, seeing if you're posting, etc. This individual is somebody that you probably knew quite a few years now. And you've just been getting signs. You've been getting signs that somebody's picking up, looking at your energy, picking up their phone up and down. And you're correct. And this person has definitely developed since you last spoke to one another. You see, this is an energy I feel of somebody that could have let you go, broke up with you before they could get hurt by you. Very interesting. That one wants to... Yeah, they want to come in and ask if they can repair this dynamic with you. They had to get to know who they were more. They could have rushed into a dynamic with you, broke up with one person, and transferred. During their time of separation, they've experienced new people. And that could even mean just friends or etc. That really shook up their life and made them see, I gotta change what I'm doing. Both of you have different careers since when you last spoke. And it does feel like something where you had to separate for further growth, but there's still something here. It's a transfer, though. It's not about starting fresh. It's about starting anew. It's about the next book of your life. No time has been lost. Things have happened exactly as they should. Jenna, this connection is going to form into something more, but don't go chasing for attention. And even though you know this person's looking at you, allow them to message you. I sense that they are looking even at like probably your stories, etc., specifically so you can see them looking at you. It's very chess game energy, almost wishing or hoping that it would gain your attention enough to make you make a forward move. But it's for best if you just go with the flow and let them reach out to you. But you're correct about this energy. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. Angel. Peace. Jessica Moore. JJ. Got you. Put that down. Missy, I think that's 2 times. Cool. Got you. Okay. All right. Now we are on to Cassandra. Cassandra, what do I have for you? Okay, so there is a new beginning. There is somebody that you have realized we can't really repair what's here. We've learned all we can, and the present way forward is to develop and expand. This person has been in your life for a very long time, and there was a sense of being together because it was not easy, but comfortable. You could have been with this person for a really long time, and you're just wanting to make a confirmation that you're not ending something prematurely. They want you to know and see that you can't make yourself fall in love and out of love with somebody. That's something that's just organic. You are making the right decision. And I do sense if there's any like sharing involved, like if you're married, etc., this being not a person that will try to make things harder than need be. It's about being honest and remembering if you try to stick with somebody because you think it's the right thing to do, you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting them from being with somebody that can actually love them the way that they're deserving of as well. Okay. All right, let's see. Make sure. perfect. And then Missy did 3 times. Okay, so I'm gonna do one person from the order, and then I saw Heartbroken. You did it. You yeah. Yours was 2 times. I'm just making a mental note in my head, guys. All right, so we're gonna do one more in order. Then I'm gonna do Heartbroken, and then we're gonna go back to in order, and then I'll do Missy because I've seen you do a donation about like 3 or 4 times. Okay. Right. So Nana, what do I have for you? All right. Currently, you're feeling pretty alone, but you're not feeling alone spiritually. It's in fact with your guides, you've never felt more connected, but you've had to close so many doors with people that you thought were going to be part of your life forever. And they're stating that it doesn't matter what other people think about the decisions you're making for your highest timeline. There's a lot of individuals that don't want to grow, and rather than focusing on their own self-development, they'd like to point fingers and state that it's something to do with you. This doesn't even feel like you got in a fight with anybody. It just feels like you understood you were always going to be like the odd man out in your dynamic, because actually you shined above these individuals that I sense you could have developed with, which means they could have been friends from a very long time. The more you excel, you will always notice who is keeping you down. And it's not necessarily a sacrifice of being in your highest timeline. It's understanding that even though it hurts now, it's actually what's best for you. It's not really a sacrifice. I do sense you're going to be in this time of really figuring out who's there for you unconditionally. You have a few people in your life that mean more than some connections you've known for a very long time. So in recent times, you've met some found family, and you've known them way less than the amount of time you knew all these other people, and they're stating it doesn't matter. You're correct that there's more to this connection. You've found a deep part of your found family. So no time has been wasted, and it is understandable 1000% that you could feel some form of homesick, but you're doing the right thing, and you've moved past a lower timeline. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got where I need to go back off. Thora, the Explorer. That's funny. Liz, Zeth Hernandez. Okay. Celia Balez. Brenda Barbreach. Okay, and then I see that Lizette did 2 times. Sonia K. I want to know about K. Okay. And just to let you guys know, once I get to the end of this, I'm not gonna do any more today. Well, Terry, I'm adding you to the list. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Once I get here, I'm gonna stop taking readings for the day when it comes to donations because I'm currently right here. So I still have quite a bit to go. So if you give a donation after that, I truly appreciate it. But that's, I'll let you guys know, hey, I just ended the page, and that's where I'm going to cut off recording who's donating. Again, I truly appreciate, and let's go ahead and get back to the readings, okay? All right, so I stated next that I would do... Heartbroken, right? I'm looking for your name on here. Yep, perfect. Okay, I saw that you donated at this time 3 overhand. Okay. All right. You are at a whole new beginning right now. You feel like you released yourself from so much structure. You had to move. This could have been a physical distance or a home at least, away from a friendship, a relationship. But there's like a whole new adventure, and you are now able to experience another side of the world you would have never been if you stayed where the growth had been overturned. You see, what I see right now is your expansion of life. It's like your hometown or wherever you grew up was this little pot, and your roots were expanding out of it. You had to move yourself, and that takes discomfort for a little bit. Right now, it's not about who you left. It's not about separation. It's about your purpose and finding your true security. They're stating that you do have love this year, and this is going to blow your expectations. But it's going to take getting out of your comfort zone and making sure you're spending time figuring out what are the rocky roads, what are the hard channels you weren't able to see for a long time. There's no distractions. And love at some times, when we're not ready for it, can be nothing but a distraction. Okay. Now we're going to go, let me see who's donated. Okay. Megan. Let's see. Monopoly. I think you already donated before, haven't you? Yep. So this is your second time. No, I didn't yet. Monopoly, thank you, I got you. So you want a career reading. Riva, yes, I got you. Make sure. Yep, right here. I got you, don't worry about it. Got you. All right, now we're going to go to Purple Rose. Purple Rose. Okay, so you currently have somebody in your life that has truly offered you a proposal. It doesn't necessarily mean marriage. But you're wondering if this is stable, healthy foundation. You've had people in the past who could have had alcohol issues, is what they're stating as well. They want you to know this person is totally different than whoever your last relationship was. You see, you haven't been putting yourself in situations that would meet the same type of person you've dated. They want me to state you really feel like in recent times you realized after meeting this person, I just dated the same type of guy in a different physical body. And he really has woken you up. This is a very healthy connection. Slow and steady wins the race, but allow this to grow. This person is somebody that can help heal you. It's like ointment, like our body does the work, right? But medicine helps and improves and makes it stronger. And that's basically what love is. Self-love is your body doing it. And everything else, other people's loves, etc., is the medication. I sense the offer that's being in front of you is extremely high vibrational. And this person doesn't have like a toxic tendency they're keeping from you. Allow this to continue to grow. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go to, I said I'd do Missy. So Missy Blow. I'm going to go ahead and do your reading. And then we'll switch back into the order. Okay. Wow. You were stuck in a hard spot. I sensed somebody that there's absolutely a marriage. You could have children involved with this, and you're feeling very tugged at the heart. The person you're married to is not. It's not like we're not supposed to stay a certain way or be a certain person, but they haven't developed with you, and you're not the same person you were when you got together. There's a sense of complacency. And you need to understand you're not doing anything wrong by seeing the father of your child or etc. is not the person you are in love with anymore. I sense an energy of not giving up. This has been something that you've been at tug of war in your heart with for a long time. So if you haven't already had these talks with this person, at least the step one is to state why you're unhappy. To give a chance of communication, of understandings. If you've already gone through those steps, there's only so many other steps from there before you can be like, you know what, I just have to move forward. So you're not doing anything wrong by picking what's best for you. Okay. Now, go back up to make sure. Alicia. McDonald. Oh, I got you. Thank you. Make sure we're... Yep, there you go. Perfect. 2 times. Appreciate you completely. Alright. Rhoda. Let's see, that was right there. Rhoda Arts. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going back in order. So that was Sidewinder. Sidewinder. What do I have for you? Okay, you're feeling like you're connected to somebody that could be living maybe not a double life, but a different existence when you're not with them. This individual has a very exciting side and rebellious. I don't sense somebody that necessarily... I don't sense somebody that necessarily has any toxic overload with this part of their life, but I do sense somebody who it may be overwhelming for you. If you feel that there is a conflict of desire between you and a person, like you've been with somebody for a while, and now your wants are different, or there's somebody that you feel the connection to, but they're almost wanting you to break out of your own comfort zone, but not in a way of helping. It's more like, hey, come do this with me, or I don't want you to be in my life type of energy. It's somebody that definitely knows how to speak and work things into their favor. Spirit's stating, don't get wrapped up in the feeling of the excitements. You have to pay attention to that deeperness. The fact that you feel like you have to do something against your instinct, not against your ego, against your instinct, is a red flag no matter what. You can respect each other's differences. This person could be an individual that wants to get out and about, and you set your own healthy boundaries, if you will, versus an individual that, sorry about that, wants you, I think it's Instacart, wants you to mission with their existence. Long story short, my friend, I do feel a wraparound. I feel somebody who can gain some sort of fixation over controlling your emotions, and it's not the best of energy. The connection in front of you, I do feel, has served its purpose, and if it's already walked away from you, don't go chasing after something that's it's not bringing you clarity. Okay, let's see. Let's scroll back up. Alicia. Art's got you. Okay, we're good there. Now we're on to Anna. Anna, what do I have for you? And if you guys can put, like, if you only have your first name, can you also put, like, the letter of your last name, or at least something that I can identify differently to let you know for sure that you know it's you? Because right now I do only have one Anna on this list, but there may be times in the future where I have more than one. But Anna, I got you. That kind of like hurt. It feels like somebody's words stung at you. There's a person that you could have met when you were out on a business type of adventure. You could have been actually out to eat or etc. And this person you were not expecting to meet, they blindsided you. You guys came from kind of different parts of existence, different backgrounds, and you've never really been attracted to somebody like this before. And you're not really sure how to dive into this connection. You're not sure if it's healthy. Spirit wants you to know it's far too soon within your dynamic to know what's going to happen. But if this is something that's making you feel inspired and growing organically, you don't have to know exactly where it's going. It's serving a purpose right now. And if it's supposed to form into something more, it will. Okay. And then let's make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think we're good. Just want to make sure. Rhoda, yep, perfect. John. Okay, now let's do Valentine. What What do I have for you, Valentine? Okay, so you've been doing your research on somebody, and I sense that the results you found you were very happy with. This is a person that could have used to be a partier, could have had some form of substance abuse issue, and has wiped away that part of their life. You're like, I get this, I get what sorry, I just sense somebody that's like, getting all of the receipts. Okay. That's funny. Understand their spirit's saying there's not really much more digging you can do. And that this did come from a place of fear. It's time for you, if you really want to get to know this person more, unravel what's going on within them. It has to be communication. And you guys know me, I don't say things lightly. But there is this sense of you reaching out to this person and letting them know, not that you've, been wanting to talk to them forever and blah, blah, blah. But organically be like, hey, how are you? I see you're doing well for yourself. And just take it from there. Because I do sense in your situation, Valentine, the ball has been placed in your court, because you could have put this person in a state of ghosting, didn't open. I'm hearing not delivered, or being left undelivered, not even being read. So it's true strength in this type of reading, this type of energy, to actually do the reach out. Yeah. Okay, Jennifer, you're next. What do I have for Jennifer? Okay. You have probably jumped from a whole different way than you were raised to be. So you could have been in a very, very strict religious household. And you, as you grew up, you started realizing maybe what I was being taught doesn't actually align with my views. And you've gone out and explored a lot more of your life. You have somebody you want to bring home, but you're not sure how your family would take it, from what I'm hearing. There could be this sense of them being younger than they expect you to somebody to date. Maybe in your family it's more like the woman always dates somebody that's older, etc. However this resonates, I do sense it being a healthy age difference. And if in some situations there is, I've seen plenty of times with divine counterparts, a pretty big age gap. But you guys come together, those types of dynamics, they come together normally when they're older. Like there might be a dynamic of a 27-year-old and somebody that's in their 40s. I see that quite often, to be honest. It depends a lot. Needless to say, your dynamic, it does feel in that kind of age range, that dynamic. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because you and this person truly are meant to be in each other's life. Both people are in internal peace with themselves. And the only other ones that would judge, truly judge, after seeing you two together, are individuals that don't want to look at themselves. And that they're not happy with their existence, like at least with their love life. This dynamic is something to allow to flourish in your life. And if the next step is meeting each other's parents or family, etc., remember, you don't have to take things. Just make sure your presentation doesn't overspeak your words. Okay. Now, Dana. I'm adding you as well, Dustin, because I just saw you. All right, Dana, what do I have for you? Okay. You feel like, okay, there was somebody you had to break up with because you were done with the lies, the betrayal, and there was a full story you didn't get. Understand you received as much clarification as this person would. I sent somebody that would go down to like literally having physical proof and then still being like, that's not true. Those aren't my text messages, etc. You did everything you could, and if you would have stayed in this dynamic, it would have been betraying yourself. It would have been betraying your inner child, etc. You picked yourself. This connection, this connection had served its purpose in your life, and it is time to know there wasn't really anything else you could do. You did the right thing. This wasn't a loss. This is a gain. You guys were meant to be in each other's life. You didn't just waste away any time you were with them. But it's been served, and allow yourself to grow from it. Okay, let me just make sure there's anybody I don't want to miss. Okay, Dustin Sellers. Let me get your last name. I put you on the list. And Cassandra, I think Cassandra had already donated. Let me just make sure. That was a different Cassandra. That was a different one. Okay. Cassandra Hope. Got it. All right. Shelby. We are on to Shelby. What do I have for you? There's an energy where you feel like it's not gambling. You feel very, it's almost kind of stuck energy. There's an individual that you love them and they're a good person, but you're not in love with them. And you don't really know what way to go because you don't want to be deceptive. You don't want to be put in a position where you could do something and that's not part of your character, because I do sense that you may have feelings for somebody else. A total stranger is what you're stating. I have feelings for somebody that I met in the middle of something, and I'd have to end one thing to allow the new to begin. There is harvest in this dynamic. I do sense the dynamic you're in has served its purpose, and that this would be a change, a very serious change. And to not make the decision of breaking up with one person based off of what's going to happen with another. You have to break up with somebody because you know it's part of your highest timeline. Because it served its purpose for you, not for another person. Those don't end well. If you haven't already had a discussion about how you're feeling with that partner, it's something that has to be unraveled, or there will be a volcano effect. If you've already had those discussions, it may be a cycle repeat to continue and try to talk about the same thing, and you will know how that resonates from there. Okay. We'll go to somebody that I saw. Let's see. There was one person that was calling out to me to do again. Well, not again, but I saw that you donated again. Okay. I think it was Riva. Riva, I got you. Yeah. What do we have for Riva? Okay. Yeah, you currently feel like there's an energy that a connection ended not the way you expected it to. And it feels like the story was not over. You're wondering how you could get intertwined back in this person's life. If they're still interested in you. If you're interested in them. I do sense people may not understand why you'd want to come back together, but it's not about them. You both have evolved, and I do sense prosperity in this dynamic. It's going to take talking about the separation. But in 2024, it is about you two having fruition. Let this form organically, but there's more to this. And you did have to separate for further growth. If you didn't separate, you would have ended up getting to a position where you probably would have never wanted to talk to each other again. So it's a protected thing. Okay. Let's see. Now we have Alicia. Marcus, separation. What do we have for you about that? Okay. You're wondering if there's a third party dynamic that has kept you in separation. I do sense there was another influence. There was another person. I can't sense how far the decisions were for them to go together before there was separation. So I do sense there being some hold back, but definitely not a full story has been presented to you from a specific person. It's been more creation. It's been more feeling like your source has guided you to answers. You're another dynamic with understanding you can't force somebody to tell you the truth. You have to trust that you don't need all the answers to trust your intuition. This connection is serving you by separating. And it may be a hard pill to swallow right now. But I can assure you, you let this go and you're going to see a person that does not make you go through these hurdles and loops for love. Find their way to you. And it will take you still trusting and getting out of your comfort zone and not comparing others to your past relationship. If you need to go into some alone time, that could be very imperative for this growth. Okay. Now we have McVersatile. Let's see what I have for you. Alrighty. So you have the same exact dynamic about there's a person you want to be more than friends with. You're afraid to tell them how you feel because you don't want to be cut off from their life. You guys have a lot of fun together and you're just not sure if you're reading signs correctly or if there is something more here. I do sense somebody who sees you as a travel buddy, that you can go the distance together. I do sense if you were to right now express your feelings, there would be an overwhelmingness, a pullback. You're not wrong. It's too early though. It's too soon. The right time will come, but you just have to hold confidence that you are seeing and building something real with this person. There's no expectations set on each other, which is keeping the magnetic pull there. Allow this connection to grow. It's definitely part of your highest timeline. All right, now Alma, we have you next. Alma. Okay, so somebody is dancing around the bush with you. Somebody could have been dancing around the bush to give you a straight answer about how they felt about you. They want to act like they didn't watch you, they didn't care about you, but they actually see you as prey almost. Wanting what they can't have type of energy. I feel like switching to another deck. Yeah. I'm going to switch to this one. So we have somebody that is connected to you that doesn't want you to really realize that they think about you quite a bit. They're not satisfied with the last way you two spoke, but they don't really know how to put a wall down right now. You see, this person is watching from afar, and it's not vindictive energy. There is a sense of melancholy. You know what I'm trying to say. I have a bit of a speech impediment. Certain words are hard for me. It'd be like that sometimes. This person feels like they're still into games, and it's best to recognize that you are correct, that this energy, there's a reason they've popped into your head out of nowhere, but it serves your highest timeline to not even entertain it. And know that if they truly want to be back in your life, they have to be vulnerable. Okay. Monique, what do I have for you, Monique? Okay. Well, you currently have what feels like, it's not that it's an unstable home environment, but friction. There's friction. Things didn't go according to plan. I think you could be living with somebody that a spark feels like it's almost giving out. You could feel a little trapped in your home environment. So this could mean just like, oh, I have to be here till a lease is up, etc. They want you to know you can only thrive so much by spending time around people that you couldn't grow with. If you're already in a dynamic where you have separated, but you have to live together, this is a time of getting yourself absolutely still not connected too much to this person. The download I'm getting is that you could, even though you could be separated, you could still spend a lot of time together. And it can almost be the energy of not being separated. And it's throwing off your law of attraction. The right decision is to notice how quickly you go from feeling comfortable, being free, being yourself, to a switch of closing in when they walk into the room. So it's about restoring your force. Okay. Next is Love Infinity. Or Life Infinity. Got you. Life Infinity. We have the Three of Cups, Temperance, and Happiness. Okay. Well, this person wants to have balance with you. I do sense two people that are in a loving dynamic, and there's just a sense of frustration right now. This is a person that's still part of your healthy, highest timeline. You're just in a moment of a headbutt, but nobody's going anywhere is what they want me to state. The new dynamic, this person does truly see you. I sense two people that your egos could have started clashing. And there's a time in conversations and disagreements where we feel it's no longer me talking to you. It's my ego talking to your ego. It's us trying to defend when there doesn't even need to be a defense. You're going to prevail through this with this partner, with this person. Just go ahead and speak through the heart and trust that they're not the past. They're not like the people of the past. Okay. Luis, you were wanting to know about Patrick. What do I have for you? Patrick. Okay. So currently you feel like you have received a lot of your manifestations, but not what you've wanted in love. Spirit says they can bring you what you desire, but it may not always look the exact way you expect. There's some wiggle room of seeing your divine would not have their armor up to you like this. Patrick is somebody that would not feed to your highest timeline. You've had a lot of tears, and you've seen the greatest and the worst sides of him. But it has served its purpose in your life. And that they're sensing that moving on from Patrick may be a hard pill to swallow, but is what is best for you. Okay. Now we're going to go to James Soda. All right, James Soda. Okay. Sorry, I was just waiting for my dogs to stop barking a bit so I didn't stop my channel. All right, James, right now you currently feel completion in your home life, but you're thinking that something else is missing. It's like going for your dreams. You have been able to hold a stable job for a long time, and you don't want to give up the comfort you've been able to receive within that by taking a leap, but you know your body is shaking almost for more. There is something more you are meant to do, but you have to change your introspection about how to get it here. If you tell yourself it's not going to happen, then you're shooting yourself in the foot. If this is something you truly see happening in your life, there has to be a grind period. As much time as you give to others, you should be giving. I know it's kind of hard to, it's really, really hard to disperse time. But if that means you have to sacrifice time with friends or etc. to work on your craft, on your alone time, that's what you have to do. I do sense you wanting to run your own business. And this is something that could form into more. But you have to be willing to release what no longer serves. But this dream, this aspiration, this goal is not crazy. Far from it. Okay, now we have Angela Church. Angela, I can barely read my own handwriting. It's either Angela Church or Angela Clutch. Two very unique ones, so that's how it be being a lefty. All right, what do we got for you? Currently, you're feeling a displacement in your home. It feels like there could be an empty seat. So there's somebody you saw building your craft with, and the ship sailed too easily, is what they really want me to state. You could have gone in a dynamic where you two... Yeah, somebody's saying that they lost control. Like there could have been some form of infidelity. And you're wondering if you and this person are going to get back together. I do sense this is something where the person has a lot of growth to still do. They're not stating for you to put all your eggs in one basket. And they understand you're a forgiving person. But truly what's best for you, what's celebration, what's going to bring together... They want to say your table is a new individual. It's going to take time for you to get over this. But in the depth of your heart, you can feel there's been a certain string broken that can't be fixed. This person most likely will want to one day get back together. But I do sense by that time, you could be with somebody else. And It may be hard to see it now, but you actually would choose who you would be with then. Because the happiness, the serenity you feel with them, you realized you never felt with this person. Okay. So now we have LP. LP, are you going to get back together? Right now we have somebody who has gained control of their finances. They want to make everything happen for a reason, but there's still something that hasn't been able to take off yet, and an excuse. Their money's good. Their home life's good. It's almost like things aren't just going the way they pictured it to. Very interesting energy. I do sense you and this person being able to restore each other's forces. Gryffindor! But it's going to take you continuously being at peace with fate, that it's going to take more time. Again, they're not stating for you to either put all your eggs in one basket. If another person and a connection forms organically before this communication comes in, that happens. But you are correct that there's still more to this story. Okay? All right, now we have Marissa Reyes. What do I have for you? All right. So you have manifested a new beginning. You're very excited. You're ready to see and explore what is more in your life. So Spirit wants you to not cut off communication with these new experiences, these new interactions before they even have a chance to form. You're going to be feeling a lot of emotions, and they do want you to know that this on my phone is at 5%. That's great. Let me put it on the charger. I got you. I remember where it is, but I don't want the phone to die. Ugh. Oh, die. Okay. I'm making it closer so you guys can still hear me. I had to unplug my microphone to do that, so let's see. Let me know if it's hard to read or hard to hear me. You won't be able to see the cards as much, but we'll do what we can do. All right. So with your energy, my friend, I do sense this connection being something to just be at peace with fate. There's going to be many moons. There's going to be many cycles. And with this fresh beginning, the ball is going to be in your court with a lot of these connections. So basically, they're telling me you're going to have a lot of offers. And some are going to be fiery. Some are going to be stable. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. All right. Now I have Kika. Kika Z. What do I have for Kika Z? All right. All right, so currently you have discovered certain individuals that have been not necessarily talking behind your back. Passive aggressiveness, watching you and criticizing you. You following your intuition, you're like, you used to care so much about what other people think, but now you think about it and you're like, you are here entertaining my energy instead of spending time focusing on what you can do to better your life. You want to look at what has helped me heal, brought me clarity, and belittle it. That says more about you than it would ever say about me. You're allowed to believe what you like, but maybe you should look at your character and your words and see if you even align with what you tell other people to do. This is very interesting energy. You have not lost out on anybody. In fact, what you've done now is transfer the ability to individuals who were trying to keep you in a lower timeline, stay at their level, saw you had potential, didn't want you to expand above. You've transferred back anything that they sent you that was malevolent by continuing to trust yourself and not stop your dreams. The people that don't believe in themselves, stop their dreams, are going to be the ones who like to comment on your happiness and just stay stuck. Alrighty. What do I have for my next friend? Claudia. What do I have for you? Claudia. Currently, you're in a moment of separation, but you haven't really received any notice about this as well. Somebody stated that they could have separated and they were going to come back, that there was going to be clarity, but then you were just left high in the dust. There was a third party dynamic. I don't necessarily sense this being a sexual. I do sense it being almost material, though. There could have been a dynamic that he was still living with somebody but separated with them, and he had to reroute his priorities. He had to go ahead and cleanse what was going on around him. There's somebody that broke communication with you, and this is truly for your highest timeline. This soulmate is going to return back in your life, but again, don't hold off loving somebody else if it forms organically, thinking this person, you have to wait on them. We have left path, right path choices. We can verify that these feelings are real, but we can't map out their exact steps. The energy I feel right now, that the curve of their emotions is definitely towards other aspects that is not connecting enough to you. But you're definitely at a point in his head he has stored. And these things that he's putting above, not you, but getting to have more time and energy for another person, are main priorities of his own existence. And this is actually strength, not trying to wrap somebody in your web if there's no room to give. Okay. So, Riva, what do I have for you? Right. There's a person in your life that gives offers of loyalty to others, and it seems very, very abrasive, like tries to be too good, tries to make everybody happy, but deep down you feel this person has been kind of holding back how they truly feel about people. This doesn't even feel like a love reading. I know that's what you asked for. Maybe this is somebody, okay. You're wondering if you have a connection from work and if the pool is felt the same way. This could be somebody in a leadership position. So you wonder if, or you could be the person in the leadership position, take it as it resonates. But you're wondering if there is even an ability to have an offer, or if this is a smooth talker, if this is a person that's just trying to go up a rope, a ladder. There is a real connection here. And I sense that you could be the person that has more authority in this work environment. And that they don't want what they can get. They don't want to raise a ladder trying to get on your good side. The way the connection is felt is both ways, but I do sense you having to be loyal to the fact that this is more of a flirtation. This is more of an excitement than somebody that could bring you stability. It's taken you a long time to get where you are. I do sense it's in your best decision to not entertain a connection that takes you so far away from yourself. There is somebody else that would be able to meet your needs in more ways than one, where you don't have to settle over love or what you've been manifesting in your life. That's a very sticky karmic energy. Okay. Doobie, love, what do I have for you? What do I have for you? Right now you could be, I sense somebody that put their guard up. You wanted to accept an offer of love, but everything in you was like, I can't. I'm fearful to trust again. Well, you're understanding why the spark gave out. You did listen to your intuition that you weren't ready for love. But at this point, what they're stating is if you're wondering if this person's going to bring communication back to you, I do sense somebody that has gone ahead to their new beginning and hasn't given up on you, but has let go of control. This person isn't dictated by fear, and if they were still being dictated by fear, they would be actually chasing you. This connection is something that is meant for you to allow to come back with divine timing. Okay, Monopoly. I got you. Oh, let me make sure. Let's see. Bhakta Tim. I added you to the list. Jennifer. Added you to the list. And LJ Labinka. You want a reading as well? Absolutely. Okay, and I have one more spot I'll take today. After one more donation, I'll be cutting off writing the names to do in the chronological orders. Okay, appreciate all of you. Now let's go on to Monopoly. What do I have for you? You wanted a career reading, my friend. All right, you're going to have to make a decision between what you feel you're meant to do and what's causing you currently the ability to get by. It's not jumping right to the next area. You have to go through a grind period. You are meant to do it more with your life than take orders from somebody else. Not that there's anything wrong with a chain of authority or however you like to look at it. But certain people are meant to be in charge of their own business, in charge of their own existence, and delegate and help others. You are somebody that is in this position. Lights go on when you look at them. What I sense is you're going to have to release some people that are distracting you. You can't bring along the friends that don't want to see you succeed. You have to pay attention to the way individuals act when you receive good news. If there's some form of passive aggressiveness and etc., these things aren't light. You are on the correct path right now. And I need you to know this time in 3 years, you could be in a whole different existence. This time next year, you could be in a whole different existence. But it's absolutely going to take, while you're working, spending your free time on your grind. Amanda, I already did your reading. But if you stated that it wasn't heard, I'll go ahead and add you to that. Let's see. Okay. That's what I got for you, Monopoly. Good energy. Whatever you have to give to the world is unique to you. Alrighty. And let's see. Okay, let's see. Perfect. Got you. Ashton Kegel. Let's see. Heartbroken. Did you not hear the reading I gave you? I had you again, Amanda. All day. Luna. Okay. I'm now not adding anybody else to the list. So if you have your name, if you've already donated, you're on the list. And we will go ahead from here. All right, Caden. What do I have for you? Caden. Alrighty, so currently there's a lot of expectations around you from how much you're able to handle. But you feel trapped, you feel a little stuck. You're like, I can't, like, I keep my eyes open for everybody. When is somebody going to keep their eyes open for me type of energy? They want you to know that the individuals around you can sometimes act like they don't know what to do, so you will do it. This is an energy that doesn't appreciate necessarily your hard work. They may not realize it, but just because you're the person willing to do things doesn't mean you should take all that effort. You should be putting that type of effort towards yourself. What I sense with you is you're another person that's on this expansion of understanding how to manifest your dreams into your reality. You need to make a vision board. Vision boards are very helpful because what you can see is what you think. Whatever it is you're meant to do in this world, your craft, your idea, get a big board in your room and put things on it that you can look at all the time. They're telling me to tell you to look into reading as well. Reading is one of the best forms you can truly get downloads of. And there's a difference between reading, honestly, I feel, a book versus on a tablet and etc. If you've never heard of the law of attract, or if you've never heard of, which book is coming to me for you? The Four Agreements. I highly suggest you go ahead and start reading that book. You're also another person that's meant to experience this life a little more freely than you've allowed yourself to believe. All right, now we're going to go to Terry G. What do I have for you, Terry G? Right. So currently you're feeling like you're doing everything you can to stay an inspirational source. You need to understand, my friend, you will never make everybody happy. There will always be people that try to distract you. There will always be people that have pessimistic things to say. Allow them to stay in that energy. If you are doing what's best for you, the right people will hear, will listen, and the naysayers, they just want your attention to begin with. You are doing what is best for you, and you've walked away from a lot of people that stopped before they could even hit their dream. Right now, it's about attracting in that found family and knowing that 2024 is opening up your eyes to what I'm seeing as even new places. Very interesting energy. Yeah, I definitely see you being able to, like, even travel, see new cities or even new parts, and an expansion, like seeing areas you've seen before, but in a different way, rebooting a memory. Very interesting. Okay. Shelby, what do I have? Oh my God. Let me go ahead. And, I'm very much a person that's like, you allowed your truth. You can speak and believe and be anything you want, but like, don't come in my chat and be harassing. I understand people have their views, and I'm not going to ever try to kick somebody out because they're asking a question or expressing their inner truth. But if you go into harassment, that's a different story. So I'm about to go ahead and remove somebody because I've seen you do many harassing comments to me. Just do you. I'm not sitting here trying to exert my universal truth onto you. I can promise whoever here needs to hear my messages will. So I wish you the best. You know who you're going to be because you're about to be bye-bye. I really do wish you the best, and this is not something to hurt you. Take care. All right. Alrighty. Now let's go on to Shelby. What do I got for you, Shelby? Alrighty. So we have right now, understand that you are sitting in a power of truly manifesting everything because there are no barriers, there are no fake force fields or etc. around you. You are sitting here thinking that you destroyed, but actually it was a fake persona. Okay, I'm understanding. It was a house. There was people inside. You told the world that you need more than material comfort. And you've been alone for a while now. You spent the time of feeling like you weren't in control of manifestations. You've already spent the time learning and growing from a flame that passed. Okay, I see. You're wondering if it's time for you to actually jump out of your comfort zone and see love in 24 and not be afraid. And they're correct. They're stating that you do have a flourishing connection that I feel is already here. And you see and feel them all day. It's scary because you just don't want to get back in that dark place that you got yourself out of. This is the leap of faith. This is literally like, it's time to keep your eyes wide open to this connection. You've had monsters and etc. in the past. We all have our own inner demons and monsters, etc. But as you are somebody that has came to terms with that, and you've taken the leap of faith, you didn't stay with karmic connections like other people do. Your divine has also been able to orchestrate and work with you. Right now, you truly have the ability to give to somebody else again also. They don't want you to keep yourself in a bubble. So remember, if you're ready for love, you have to put yourself in the position, getting yourself out of your comfort zone. You could be a homebody and etc. Getting yourself safely out of your comfort zone, you know? So there could be, you're another energy of somebody I'm sensing going almost to a form of like a singles event, or if you're being invited out and you normally would say no, but these are good people and you're like, let's just do this. Let's see what can happen. What's the, what, I either have a good night or it's boring and I go home early. You're somebody that's going to meet somebody when you least expect it. There's a lot of new beginnings, so don't go back to what doesn't serve. Yeah. Okay, Delia, what do I have for you? All right, so you feel in control of your finances, but not love. And you're wondering, you could have, okay, so there could have been somebody that broke up with you because you could have been dealing with a form of an addiction. There could have been even this sense of codependency was so attached that it was like an obsessive type of energy. You remember, I'm here for you. You're somebody that's taking control of this part of you, and it's no longer a crutch. You're taking control of your finances. You're investing in your future. But there's somebody you're wondering if you could have redemption with. They need you to be at peace with faith that this connection really has served its purpose. There's only so much, we can only thrive after so much toxicity has happened. And I do sense, in the best way possible, for that person to further grow, they needed to be separated from you. And that does not make you an evil person. There's somebody better fit for you as well. Losing them changed you for the better. And they still love you, but they don't have a spot for you in their life. You're going to meet somebody else that you can absolutely heal and grow with. Be grateful that you served your purpose in each other's life. All right. Vita T. What do I have for you? So you're in a point where somebody is ready to have a new beginning, take a leap of faith, and you have to do some form of investment. This does feel high vibrational. This feels like you both have cleared a lot of negativity, have your heads on straight, and truly have the courage and ability to give. There's not one giving more than another. Both of you have been in relationships where you had to keep your armor up. This is something to take to the next level. So don't allow the inspiration. Don't allow yourself to be afraid that the inspiration is giving out. After all this time, it's already not inspiration, it's consistency. If they were going to change who they were, or some facade of them, it would have shown by now. All right. Erica, I got you. All right, so you're following your intuition when it comes to a person that no longer can give you the support that you need, that you're deserving of, and it hurts, but you're deciding, I have to save my tears, I have to save myself. This is a time of you're seeing like a whole dynamic crash in front of your eyes, and you don't know what to do. The best thing you can do is gain help from the actual supportive factors in your life. I sense that you basically what I'm seeing is having to go maybe even back home, an energy of really reaching out to your friends, your parents, etc., for help to transform out of a very toxic situation. There is a person that you have given enough to, and you have to reclaim your energy. It feels tight, but the ones that want to help you, their offers have not been in vain, and they're still there for you. Dorothy Carter, what do I have for you? Dorothy Carter. Okay, so you're going through the same type of energy. You're going through the same type of energy, and you're feeling your story align with the other. You're stuck in a hard road because this person has that it's an energy of being able to live a comfortable life with a weak connection. They aren't who they were when you first were together. And even though that they're this kind and loving source, there's parts of them that you can no longer deny make you feel isolated. In recent times, somebody has awoken you. There's a connection that you have never experienced before, and it's fresh. And you're feeling like the structure, everything you've built is falling down around you. But remember, if it was strong foundation to begin with, it wouldn't take this little bit of energy to make a crack. No matter what happens with you and this person that's kind of like awoken you to realizing you're not really happy, no matter what happens with them, there's a conversation that needs to be had with your current partner. A chance more than given, ability to be on the same page even if it hurts. And if that's already happened, you're going to have to take it a notch from there. At certain points, it's just empty words. All right. Let's see. Dr. Aurora. Dr. Nupai Aurora, what do I have for you? Okay. You're feeling you're right there on par with the other two readings. There's a whole new beginning waiting for you. There's a person you met that could be a little bit younger than you. And you're not used to this type of magnetic connection. You've been given promises of being restored, of things, the spark coming back in your current dynamic, etc. You could have already left this from what I'm hearing as well. But you could be afraid because this person's like more younger than you. Would they be able? Are they serious? Do they want what you bring to the table, or do they want you, etc.? I sense an energy of somebody that really had to depart from like a childlike mindset very early in life. So even though this person is younger than you, the maturity level feels like more than the person you were married to has really ever shown you. Right now, what I see, my friend, is no matter what happens with you and that person as well, which is high vibrational, but also it can only be a possibility if you release what no longer serves. Empty promises. And I do sense a person who has let themselves go, but in more ways than one. And I'm not talking about with you. Your partner, somebody, they really became not a supportive factor. Lazy. Something could have There was the energy I'm feeling is something that's very understandable. There could have been a loss or etc. And you spent a long time of just understanding and being there, but now it's been almost, in a sense, milked at this point. And you're done catering to somebody like you're their mother. You're like, I want a husband, a partner, not to be somebody's mother. And you're correct. So if there's new connection, if you've been single and this is just all confirmation and you have this new person in your life, go forth with it. You're not making it up. You know yourself. If you're still with this other individual, it looks like there's always going to be a sense of them never even going to get the ball, just leaving it in the middle of the court. You might have to talk for a while and get your lungs to express. But they're saying to exercise. They're saying to exercise your words. That could be talking. Okay, so that means if there's like a big conversation, a way you're wanting to express your feelings to somebody, literally, like an amazing thing you can do is like talk to yourself in the mirror, reciting not a instruction manual on what you want to state or whatever. Just organically see yourself, feel the words you're stating, and then bring this offer. You may have been in a relationship where all day you always had to be clammed in, so now it's very hard for you to express to this masculine what you feel. And it's practice makes perfect. If you need to practice seeing yourself in the mirror, look like who you are, not putting on a fake smile, hearing your words where you're not feeling like you're just saying what has to be said. Do that. But this connection, nonetheless, it's very, I like to say raising. Okay. Now, Cecilia Balez, I'm sure. What do I have for you? You've released fear when it comes to a lover, and you're understanding this person is part of your highest timeline. You don't have to have your armor up to this connection. This individual is somebody that has seen quite a bit and does not want to let go of the stability you have for any distractions. You could have gone into a separation. Like, I'm sensing this could have been a person where you two know each other, but were like almost background characters of each other's lives, and then reappeared years and years later, and you're kind of just like, how did I not see you this way before? It's all divinely orchestrated. That's a deeper connection, and that's something that's flourishing. Okay, K.A., you are a Sagittarius. What do I have for you? All right. Right now, you're hoping that there is somebody that's bringing you a forward movement. You haven't felt it yet. Spirit wants you to know this type of energy, even if they are to bring you a movement, does feel like a cycle repeat. The negativity this person brings into a room feels like somebody just waiting for a reason to stir the pot. They like to delegate other people for being why something is wrong, and it's somebody that doesn't go within. You have to look at the full picture, and I do sense a lot of broken promises, a lot of nights not understanding what's going on. This connection, very well, I do sense coming back, but you may want to consider it not being actually something that's meant for you, that it's going to be a cycle repeat until you finally put your foot down and say, no, I'm not going to let this blow over again. All right. Rachel Everine, What do I have for you? Three of coins in reverse. Okay, so there is a person that their life isn't as together as it seems. I don't sense somebody pretending to have more than they do. But you're wondering why this charming individual or etc. has not tried to embrace more and get to know each other or take this out of social media is what I'm hearing. So this is somebody you could have met through like a form of a dating app, Instagram, etc. And you're wanting to move to that next step. And whenever you talk about that, they back up and you're not really sure why. I don't sense this person wants you to see or know the depths of them yet. They're wanting certain things to be checkmarked, and that's just not how life works. There's a connection that is true, but don't try to force this to become more than it should as faster. What I'm stating is don't put all your eggs in one basket. But peace with this dynamic is allowing it to flow. And making sure you don't try to pry this person. They're an individual I can sense that can just very fast switch into like, if they sense somebody could be gaining extreme feelings, it will always scare them away. It's tricky energy. Because this person does feel something new for you, but they're young-minded. So what I'm sensing is this could be a person that you have a separation with, and I do see at least two individuals entering your life before there's a chance that you and this person could even have a balance together again. There has to be a cause and effect. It's a big download. It's a big energy to channel with so many other people here. But what I can confirm is this is blown away for a reason. And you're probably very connected to my Raphael collective. Yeah. Okay. Now we have Sarah C. What do I have for you, Sarah C? All right. So remember, you can't make everybody happy. There's a connection that it feels like the left path, the path less chosen. There is an individual that you think about all day. I think about you all day is what I'm hearing. So there's a masculine in your energy, and it can drive you a little bit crazy. You've tried to appease so many people, and I just feel you feeling stir crazy, like locked in a cage and wondering why you've let all these other people steer your life. This connection goes so much farther in depth than just love. This person, you feel like, accepts you at your lows, your highs. Can be a friend, can be somebody that would answer your call in a moment. So why am I running from them? What I can state from this dynamic is there are a lot of people that will think it's crazy. But your family actually will be very supportive. The people that are going to think it's crazy are individuals I really sense you had to put armor up too. So this is high school individuals. This could be your work, etc. College years. It goes down to like a feeling of alumni almost. There was a time frame where you guys must have been in the same group and you've migrated far from them. The restriction that is to be led is an unforeseeable force right now. That part of our ego that still controls us even when we haven't seen people for so long. It's the echo, it's what was. It's what you heard about this person versus the truth of this person. Spirit's stating that this connection really does help you release more than restrictions. And that you see the bigger picture. Once you and this person are able to intertwine into each other's lives, the individuals around you will no longer wonder why this was given a chance. A lot of people are going to want to pry at your energy. I feel it. And remember, not everybody deserves the complete answer, the complete story. They don't have to know why. If they're supposed to, they won't have to pry you for it. It's very interesting energy. Okay. Now, Alma, what do I have for you? You've released a lot of malevolent will. You have a very prosperous offer in front of you. It feels like more than love, though. This is career. You've been waiting for a response, an answer, an offer. This week, this is going to be presented to you. I already see the letter is on its way to you. It's in the moving car. It's in the plane. It's not stuck in a bin. There's an energy where you really took a leap of faith and put yourself out there. They reconsidered you. There was a better position. There was something better suited. So when this reach out happens, it's not going to be for the same opportunity you applied for, or it may not be the same skill that you were asked to be raised to, however that resonates for you. But this week, you have passed already, and what is it? It's like Monday. You've already passed a puppet that was trying to compare you today. Very interesting energy. Somebody was watching you and saw that you're not a puppet to your emotions or your ego, that you're ready for something. Remember, remember that a lot of times the best things that happen to us are when we don't think anybody's looking, because it shows who you are organically. It shows your true intention. You have amazing news coming about your career this week, my friend. Okay. Lauren Malin, what do I have for you? You understand that right now you could be going through a tower moment, but it's not destroying you. It's time for rebuilding. You had put your eggs in one basket. For a long time, you thought this was the only place that I had value, not realizing you can take your skill anywhere. Right now, it's a time of seeing what took your shine away from this area of work. I just sense a whole different armored version of you when you had to enter those halls, is what they want me to state, or enter those doors, etc. You have been released from a job or a position that, unless you were put in a position to leave, you wouldn't have. This is for you, not to you. Right now is a time of really going within and not feeling like you're wasting your time. You've been gifted a period of being able to just self-reflect. They say continue to, like, I don't know if you're necessarily applying for other places, but they want me to state apply for your peace. So if that means applying yourself to different parts or different people, new activities, new hobbies, that is the time right now that's going to give you the most mental clarity. Also, spending time outside, grounding. But it's not destruction. It's actually to get you out of your comfort zone, where you need to be to receive what you're asking for. Okay, Angel, you have a question about your internal peace. All right, so right now you're feeling like you are on a battlefield when it comes to who you feel like you're on a battlefield and you're wondering who's going to come help you. If anybody is going to help you. What you have learned in this experience, it may hurt, but certain individuals were not, it's not that they didn't want to help you, they were too scared to leave their comfort zone. You have true wish fulfillment because those stragglers, those individuals that couldn't see their own character building, would rather spend, okay, I'm seeing a different download of you went from a person who would be wondering about what we're going to do tonight, my bigger picture. It's a gift. It is more than a gift. It's more than a blessing that these individuals did not come to your reaching hand. This is your true escape, your true new beginning, because there is about to be a lot of opportunities and responsibilities on your plate, and they cannot have any fake individuals tagging off of this. What I sense right now is somebody who was able to gain themselves in the middle of a war to safety. And the rubble and everything has died out. And there's like a new army, there's a new team walking through and they find you, okay? And they bring you in. This is that found family. You literally rid yourself of who you thought you had to be committed to. And this feels a lot almost like a reading for another career reading, etc., or just releasing family that doesn't serve, etc. And now you're pulling in individuals that want to see you succeed, but not only want to see you succeed, will help you. They're saying for you to gain the next level of peace, you can't be afraid to ask for help. You can't be afraid to get help. It's a new territory for you, trusting others like this. But it's the only way forward. Okay, we're going to switch to a different set of cards. Let's see. Jessica Morel, you have a question about JJ. All right, what do we have for you? Well, currently right now, he's not hunting for anything. He's not with somebody else. I sense that he feels like a stranger to a lot of his own moving parts. This person needed to separate to find themselves. And I don't sense a distraction. They really are starting to see, where do I put my time for distraction versus what's actually going to help me. They could feel a little vain about the efforts that you gave that they didn't appreciate. But this is going to take more time. And this individual, JJ, does think about you. But he also sees that you should be exploring. He feels that you should be exploring more and could find a better connection than him. And no matter how much you tell somebody how you feel, they are the ones that get to choose and believe. All right. Thora the Explorer, what do I have for you? All right. So you're the captain of your own ship. You're like, I don't need anybody to save me. There's a deep sense of independency. And you've recently started figuring, maybe I need to not be as hyper independent. There's a difference between being able to be in control of yourself and hold your honor, hold your morals, but then be almost so hyper independent because you're afraid to trust and give. There is some people that want to give you an offer of loyalty that you could have pushed away. And they're stating that this can be brought back into your life, but you can't hold this entire suit of armor. I see a soldier still having their armor on, but in calm and the helmet off to the side. There are more connections around you that care about you that are even farther than romantic. They want you to go ahead and see. 2024 isn't really about right now you focusing on starting a love life. You have love. But there are so many other things that you're going to have your time for. And people you're going to meet. Very interesting energy. When I set this type of energy in my head, I see a decision being made. If there was somebody with you right now, you'd actually end up having to break their heart without realizing it. Because they're saying the affection you're about to receive in the next few weeks, you most likely will not even be in the same city or town you're in, etc. That could just be going on a business adventure, a vacation. But during this, you're going to be able to actually explore and meet somebody new by not being tied down to somebody here right now. Very interesting energy for sure. Now, don't force anything. But this is exciting energy. All right. Liz Hernandez, what do I have for you? So there is a person that has done a complete 180 since you last met each other. You two could have been in the very exciting part of each other's life. And this has grown into two developed individuals that serve their highest timeline, that aren't about games. What I'm sensing is there's nothing now for you to learn separate. This was a separation for further growth. And you're in the time where it's here. You are diving into this because it's been long enough. You both understand everything you needed to learn in your separation. And this took time. But as above, so below. You did the work and they did too. You stopped avoiding what you felt like you had to do and started just being you. So you have a connection that's balanced, and it is flowing forward. Let the naysayers think what they want, because those are the people that give up on their own love. All right. Cecilia Valez. I do believe I already gave you your reading, but let me just make sure. I think it was another person with your same name. Yeah. Okay. Was that the last person? No. No matter what, I'm picking up on that energy. Well, these two people are absolutely connected. I feel like I could have just done Cecilia. I did. But I'm still picking up on her energy like it's fresh. She's paired with Brenda Barbwick. Right now, you're correct, Brenda, that you were paired right in with her reading. And when I see that, that means that I know that I can verify Archangel Collective. So both of you are part of my Rizal Collective. And there's no more dancing around, that you are able to have your fun. There's no dancing around and feeling dedicated to somebody else. You are another person that's about to have movement and opportunity. And the person you were beforehand, where you were with, they would have kept you tied to some toxic tendencies. Because you can only heal as much as the people you were burned with. Brenda and Cecilia, if you're still here, you guys are part of my Rizal Collective. Sonia, you're wondering about Kay. What do I have for you? So there's somebody that's refusing to do a dance. And there's something around the bush. Okay, so this is an energy of a person who they're not necessarily following their words. I do sense an energy of a person who wants to bring balance to your life. And it's not that there's all this cynical stuff happening behind the scenes. I just see kind of like a lackadaisical person that wants to have all this energy, but doesn't do anything to change their habits. I feel like Kay is currently spending his days in a sense of distraction. I just sense a person that doesn't leave their home much, but not in a way of solitude, of serenity. It's a box, it's self-exile. You really did everything you could to help this dynamic. But the more you gave, the more they were just going to take. Really, what is best in this dynamic is knowing that they're in control of their actions, they're a grown adult, and you did all you could, and you can go forward knowing that. There's nothing else you could have done, and staying around would have been enabling them. Okay. And we have my friend Terry. What do I have for you, Terry? Okay, so currently you feel like justice is on your side. There is something you were waiting to pave out, and you have hit your reward. If there was something you were waiting to come back to you, a settlement, etc., you have won. And there's nothing else for you to do. Currently, you've been able to spend a lot of time being creative, focusing on your health, and there's no more defense needed. So embrace the amount of purging your light is able to do, and that there's nothing you're needing to have a worry about watching your back over. The people around you have your best interest. It's fear that would want you to think you can't trust yourself. Okay, Megan C. We have a job reading for you as well. Okay. Well, we have a lot of people that are realizing they're meant to do a creative work here. I could have you could be a person, yeah. So you could be somebody that works in, I've been having a lot of channel messages about front of the house, back of the house. You could be a bartender or somebody that's worked in the form of service industry, and you're like, this is, I'm making good money, but I need to do more. My brain is meant for more. Right now, you have a grind period of life, and you're thinking of either going back to school or maybe taking on a management position or etc. You have a decision to make. Or this can even just be literally your art, promoting yourself online, not taking more time, though, at work, and would take away from the time you can work on this. You are another person that has to go through the grind period. And if what's right now is making you stable and you don't feel like the energy, the area is toxic, it's just more, there's nothing else I could do here. Do your grind period there. Make sure that you don't take on more time than you already have. It's working, it's getting you by, okay? Then take the time that you can utilize and utilize it differently. Now, if you're in a position where you feel internal fucking chaos, and it's like, it's not only, you're like, I just know I'm deserving of something more, I'm ready for the next stage. It's literal harassment. It's a totally different story. What I sense with you is you're going to be able to be a seller of your art, and take that as it resonates. Okay. Dustin Sellers. What do I have for you? All right. You're a reader. You read people like a fly on the wall. And you're the first person to do like a selfless act. It's an interesting energy with you because you're a very quiet individual, but people do notice when you enter a room. Right now, there's somebody that sees you. This is a romantic reading. They can see you as somebody that's very wise for your age and different than the normal type of person they were ever attracted to. Yeah, you're probably on the very much like, you're probably like a person that's into Celtic traditions, paganism, etc. And that is so far from what they had ever been attracted to before. It's not that they thought something bad of it. It wasn't their cup of tea. This person thinks about you all day and sees you're thriving in your life and has something to bring to the table for you. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere where you volunteer or you volunteer your time there, that could either literally mean like volunteering work, or you go to that restaurant, you spend your free time there. There's a reason of no restriction. And I wouldn't be surprised if the next times you frequent this area, whoever this is that sees you as totally different, the mind on you as something that they want to explore, will make it very evident. Okay. Now we have Rhoda Arts. All right. You're in the same paired energy. You're in the same exact paired energy. You met this person when you felt... Okay. So the person that's watching you from afar, you met in a part of your life where you felt trapped. Karma could have been catching up in a way that's different for everybody. But karma doesn't mean always something bad. Okay, karma is what goes around, goes around. In fact, the word bad and good are man-made terms. Universal truth is high frequency, low frequency. There were a lot of decisions you made at your time in your life that weren't for your best interest. You were young when you met this person. Who you are now, they are amazed and see the discipline and the behavior change and how you made everything happen for you, not to you. And they've been a detective work within you. So you're in the same energy of that admiration, that admiration. But for you, I would expect it more to be on social media or a phone call or etc. I feel with you, with our friend beforehand, it was very much an in-person type of high. So I would expect a new conversation. All right, Cassandra. What do I have for you, Cassandra? Let's see. You're understanding you're a master manifester of your life. You're not keeping yourself under the restriction of another person's decisions. And you're realizing, I have to fight for me, not somebody else that wants me to become part of their army. Just a pawn is what they're stating, is not... Okay, so this is a double meaning. You have a relationship reading and a love reading within here. I sense that you could have left a job and gone into business with somebody that you had a romantic connection with, and it was almost like exchanging one type of overbearing energy for another. You know you have the willpower to do this by yourself, but you don't want to seem like an unloyal source. This is business. This is why they say don't go into business with somebody that is a family member you love or etc. Don't get me wrong, there are companies and etc. partnerships that work, but a lot of times it's going to cause more friction. I sense whoever this is, you truly have to put a healthy boundary down. If they don't respect that you don't want them to be partnered with whatever this is anymore, that's them showing their true colors. I sense you've given enough chances. You could literally have your own business, and this is somebody you love that you hired on, and you're like, I'm just tired of letting things get away. You're gonna have to put your foot down with that. But if you continue to allow them to do what they do, it's just enabling. Okay. Now we have Baka, and you're wanting to know about Tim. What do we have for you? Okay, so we have the same exact energy with you. So now we have another pairing. You're my Camwell collective. I filmed like 5 readings before I got on today. And one of the ones I'm going to edit and post is the Archangel Camwell collective. Both of you have a whole new opportunity in front. And you do have a partner that's willing to take the risk. You do have somebody that sees you're the master of your own existence and that there aren't games to be played. They want to get to know you all over again, but not even in the sense of this person doesn't think, um, let's start fresh. They are like, let's expand, let's build off what already happened to make the next selection together. This is a person that can actually end up investing in filling in some spots. This is very interesting energy. Okay, I get it. You're on the level of accepting help, while our other friend is on the level of understanding they can't help somebody that won't help themselves. Right now, there is a time of investing into other people for you. The ones that have already proven to you that they would do and be who they are and expect nothing in return. Interesting energy. Okay. Let's see. Who's next? We have Jennifer. Jennifer is next up on the list. Let's see. There we go. I feel somebody wanting to present a rose to you, Jessica. Or Jennifer. If there's somebody named Jessica here too, you're probably channeled in with this. Jennifer. The single rose. What's that about? I feel like it's somebody that gave you a bouquet in the past and you didn't want to receive it. This person brought you an offer that you internally wanted, but you weren't ready. And you almost regretted denying the offer as soon as you stated it. But there was somebody else that was controlling your energy or part of the decision making. You were very worried about what was underneath this person. This is interesting energy because I feel that there was a lot of words stated about this person that were never true to begin with. There was somebody in your ear telling you what they wanted you to hear, to keep you, making up things at some points. And the eyes of this person who meant nothing but goodwill for you feels like they're focused on their own fruition. They still wish you the best. And I do sense this person wanting there to be a fresh start if it's organic. But they have to make you understand they won't lie to you about who they are. And that they do have a past. But it's nowhere near as sticky as... It's like somebody took something and ran with it with this connection, dude. You stated no because of what ifs. If you're supposed to meet again, you will. But I do sense you're wanting to deliver a package. Communication. This is something Spirit's encouraging because of the way it left off in the path. Interesting. I'm feeling called to tell you about the Raphael and Brazil collective. Okay. Yabinka S. You're just wanting a general reading. Yabinka S. What do I got for you? There's an individual, if you're wondering, they're watching you. This energy feels like somebody that has moved on from your dynamic. They have definitely taken ownership of their existence, what they did wrong, what they enabled, but they know going back to your dynamic would be a cycle repeat, and they wouldn't be living the words they express to other people. They absolutely wish you the best. And what I sense is that you have came to the same determination that you absolutely do care for this person, but it would be going into a cycle repeat, unfolding parts of yourself that just have already been realized. You can't grow with somebody that you made these amount of, what they want me to state is cycle repeating with. This is a person that really tried to sell you themselves. So if you're wondering if they're doing research on you, they're not. And I don't say that energy to make you feel any way other than secure that you really have disconnected from them. And it is time to move forward, and this separation's for your highest timeline. Okay, Ashton Kegel. What do I have for you? All right. Well, that one flew to the ground. What's that? Courier. There's a person that absolutely played in around with your energy and what I see a few others. There were messages being delivered right after the after. And you've kind of like put your you've gone ahead and balanced what you want to feel for this person versus what's actually happening, and seeing it's a direct reflection of them, how much they've been keeping behind the shadows. It's not that you did anything. This delivery, it's better to know that you were actually stripped away from a dynamic that would have caused you more conflicts. It's better that the Band-Aid was ripped off. I think you found something. It feels like you saw a message delivered or an energy of something liked, and you knew that what you were being told was not correct. There was something that was being left out. And you're like, I'm done with you trying to sell yourself to me. Tell me what I want to hear. This connection is best put in the past. The communication with them would just really pull a lot of energy from you, not expand or give you clarity. So this connection did serve its purpose in your life. And you're doing nothing wrong by going forward. All right, Amanda, all day. What do I have for you? Well, there's a person that feels like they would like to run to your connection. They're not getting messages and etc. voluntarily from you. What I mean is they're seeing your name everywhere, your car, songs that resonate between you two. You could literally be popping up on like their For You page or etc. When they open up, they see that you've posted something. This person's getting all of these signs about you without even watching, without even trying. And I sense a person that's no longer denying that, yeah, there's something more here. And they would love to embark down seeing what you two can grow and bring into each other's life. So this is high vibrational energy. And it looks like you're ready to write the next part of your story together. Okay. Luno, what do I have for you, Luno? Well, you have left in the past individuals that would beat around the bush with you. It took you taking yourself out of your own community. It took you really listening to your inner compass and throwing away connections you thought you would never lose. But understand now what you've done is you've made so much room and energy for what truly is meant for you. What's not going to keep you in a cage, what's going to make you see more of the world, what's going to actually thrive. And part of this is being able to be your complete self. The individuals you left made you feel little for being yourself. The ones you are attracting in now are their own coaches, and see, they spend their time focused on inner peace, not judging others. The individuals you're attracting into your life, you can pay attention to also the way they talk about others as a direct reflection of how they'll treat you. They're their own bosses. You understand your found family is here. They're their own knights in shining armor. You have a high timeline, and everything, Spirit says, every person, everything you release, they promise something higher in return. You released people that would have given you released false friends who would have given you a lot of issues. A lot of issues you were able to avoid, and they have their sticks and their whatever to deal with. But you have everything you need from those dynamics. They cycle repeated, you didn't. Now you've attracted these individuals into your life. Wow. You've made the right decisions. And understand there were a lot of people that could have been by your side, but they did their left path and right path choices to continue down the road they were on. 2024 is about embracing the people that do come into your life and knowing you don't have to have your guard up and think that they really want me to say it this way and think that somebody always wants something from you. The individuals that did are far gone. And you can trust your guidance to source. The cards confirm what you already know. Alrighty. If you guys are interested in getting also a personal reading with me, my website is offprintmint.com. You can find that link in the bio of any of my videos. Also, on my Twitch is UncleBronze Official. Every single Twitch live stream, I give away one emailed personal reading to one of my followers who's actively watching that stream. I take all the names down, and then I find a generator, a way of either with my cards or etc. giving, long story short, the way I pick people for my giveaways is each person that enters gets a card. I shuffle all the cards up, and then whatever card I pick, that's the person that gets the free reading. So if you go and follow me on Twitch at UncleBronze Official and you're watching the active stream, you have a chance of getting a free email reading from me. And that is a 6-question reading where you pick one topic: love, spiritual guidance, career. I ask you to explain to me what's going on in your dynamic. And then I would make with you the 6 questions that will summarize everything you need to know to have clarity within generally what's happening in your life currently. So again, UncleBronze Official. I do, what time is it right now? I was planning, it's 12:15. I don't know if I'll be able to do it now. I was planning on streaming later tonight, but I don't think I'm going to be able to now. I will stream tomorrow though, or I guess later today, if you will. And yeah, that's what I'm doing all for today. Thank you for everybody that donated. And I will be back later also to do the live tarot. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading or service, go to offprintmint.com. The links are in my bios of every video. And Twitch, UncleBronze Official. Alrighty. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.